Hey everybody, Tom Cleby from Anstead's here, joined with Wayne Anstead and Mr. Steve Cook. And shortly here, we should be being joined by Mr. Juan Lopez from Gurkha Cigars, our hero. Wayne, how you doing today?
I'm doing just fantastic. Steve, welcome. It's good to see you. How's everything down in Wilmington?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Good. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Excited to hear about this new Gurkha Real cigar. Smoking it for the very first time here today. Yeah, smoking one as well, too. Awesome. Awesome. Can't wait for you to tell us a little bit about it. Just a little bit of interest for our...
pairs nicely with the Dasani water.
There you go. Just some good, interesting news while we're waiting for Juan to come aboard. The governor has allowed restaurants and bars to open, which means our lounge will be able to open this weekend. So for us, it's going to be Saturday. We're going to stick with 10 to 8 for the time being until we get situated and able to extend our hours back to what our normal hours were, and also to see how the crowds are.
Hey, Wayne, you're muted. You're muted.
Can't hear me? Can you hear me, Tom?
I can hear pretty good, Wayne.
Still muted.
Okay.
No, wait, Steve, you should be able to hear us. Can you hear me, Steve? Steve, is your audio working? Let me see if I can fix him out here.
Well, they're working on that. Just listen, we'll be open 10 to 8. The bar will be open at 11 o'clock on Saturday. So we do have limitations on capacity. So just a couple of caveats, 2-hour limits per person. Locker members, of course, can spend as much time as they want here. And the girls, a couple of the girls will be coming back and beyond. So we'll give you the details as you come here, but just let everybody know the lounge will be open on Saturday. So it opens at 10 a.m. We are closing at 8 currently.
All right. You can't hear anything? Try, hey, Steve, try taking off your phones. Try that. Yeah, pull those out. And maybe your Bluetooth is disconnected. I'll message him in the chat. So,
okay.
Yeah,
we have these difficulties we're working through here, and we'll get Steve back here on live. But yeah, it's exciting that things are starting to come out and about now. I actually see how many people are going to stay at home and how many people are dying to come out. We can't wait to see everybody, and the staff is ready as well. Can you hear us, Steve?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Chat down there. Hopefully he'll read the chat thing. He's muted himself.
Well, I'll tell everybody an interesting story that relates well to us with Gurkha, especially in the military community that we're in. We sell a lot of Gurkha cigars. They're extremely popular in our store. And one of the reasons is Gurkha has been a huge supporters of cigars for the military, cigars for warriors. And because of the amount of cigars that Gurkha donates to soldiers overseas, a lot of times, very first cigar it was a Gurkha cigar. So when they come in our store, they always ask for the Gurkha brand first. So that makes Gurkha a big seller for us because of the generosity of the Gurkha family in donating their cigars.
Yeah, it's been popular, and I think people are going to enjoy coming back to the lounge, and we'll have a new cigar for them, the Real, and for those who haven't tried, the Trienta, and the new Nicaraguan as well. Those are some nice cigars. Trying to get Steve back in here and see if he'll pop in and pop out. Maybe that'll fix his connection. Hopefully he can see me. But Juan should be coming in soon. He's got the link. Maybe they've got internet difficulties down there. But we'll get a try it out here. What else is going to happen? You said new hours, maybe, Wayne, or
yeah. So with the new hours, so we're pretty much going to open the entire lounge, and some of our staff have acquired other jobs while they were not working here. So we're in the process of hiring right now. So we may have tableside service. We may have bar service. It's going to be played by ear, but of course, customers will be made aware of the changes as we go through the day. Ladies coming back, of course, our favorite bar manager is definitely coming back. They're going to do things to minimize. There won't be a water station anymore for the time being, just to minimize what is handled. The girls will there'll be cups downstairs on those tables. And as everybody knows, we have a water fountain, refrigerated water fountain in the hallway in the back. So they can just step back there and get their water. We're going to try and serve beer in the can or bottle that it comes from the factory in, versus creating the extra handling of glasses and all. But on request, we'll be more than happy to give a customer a glass if they prefer to drink their beer that way. Other than that, things will be pretty much normal. We're going to be removing some of the tables and chairs to make sure we meet the social distancing requirements that the health department has advised us on. So our patio will be open as well, weather pending. I think it's not to be so pretty this weekend, but other than that, it's exciting to kind of get the store back to running semi-normal. We're still going to be one-on-one with customers in the humidor for the time being. And
maybe that's why Steve couldn't hear us. He didn't have his mask on. He should have his mask on. Steve, welcome back to the show. Hey, and Juan's just joining us. I'm going to add him in too.
Okay.
Well, hey, Juan, we'll be able to see you here soon, I hope. Well, we're working on it. So Wayne Clark, he's got a message for you, Cookie. Rock and roll. I'm smoking my last Gurkha Nicaragua right now. I guess he's going to come and get some more up here at Anstead.
I saw that.
No, he's trying to connect to his UCam. Hopefully he'll get it working up. So
the one and only.
The one and only, right. Hopefully he'll get in here. So tell us about this Real, Steve. This is
Real
very nice.
Was introduced at the show last year. Connecticut wrapper, Dominican binder fillers. To me, it comes off closer to medium. It's just a great, if you like a Dominican cigar, man, it's a really good flavor. Connecticut's I love them to death, especially in the morning with the black coffee, man. That's my perfect pairing with a coffee. And hold on, I just got a message from the one and only here. Let's see what he says. But anyway, it's a great pair, and he says he sees us, but I guess turn on your camera.
Yeah, he's got to go to his camera mic settings and select the proper camera, I guess. He's got multiple cameras in his home TV studio. So we'll get him on there. But Wayne and I just lit these up, and they're pretty smooth, Wayne.
It is.
A nice light Dominican kind of flavor to it. You know, that Dominican calmness that they used to talk about back in the day.
Yeah. So, Steve, I got a question for you. I know a lot of customers ask this a lot, and I don't always have the right answer for them. I know last year Kaizad was aggressively trying to purchase his own factory. Who makes most of your all cigars? Okay.
So on the Dominican side of the house, we have some made with PDR and some with Casa Cuevas. And then down to Nicaragua, we have ACCA, Atlantic Caribbean. And then we also started teaming up last year with Aganorsa. And the Aganorsa products are the new Trenta 30th anniversary and also the Nicaraguan series that have both done really well for us. And I think we're going to be getting another one from Aganorsa sometime this summer. You'll start seeing that talked about and released soon. And then also, I don't know what's wrong with his camera. Maybe he's going to come in. Hey!
There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Let me. You know what it is? No, wait, hold on, dude. Wait, hold on. The one in. Hold on, Cookie.
Well, I'll tell you what. While he's working on that,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. How we doing, boys?
Wait, finally you're here. Sorry about the delays.
Welcome.
No, man. You know what it is? My desktop here in the office. I guess so many of us on. The reception, you guys kept coming in and out. For whatever reason, it kept freezing on me. And then I said, you know what? Let me just do it through my phone. So Here I am on my phone. You guys hear me? I see you guys all. Hope everybody's doing well out in StreamYard world. I'm here smoking the brand new, yet to be released, the San Miguel. Also, our latest and probably our last Arganosa project here for the next few years. So we're really, really excited about this cigar. It is a good one. Cookie has not tried it yet. So sorry, he can't tell you anything about it. So it is what it is.
I'll tell you what, if it's half as good as the other two, the Nicaraguan series and the 30th anniversary, that cigar's got to be phenomenal. I mean, that cigar, Agnarsa, you guys really pulled it off. That cigar is phenomenal.
Wayne, thank you. I agree. It's we're doing great with it. We just need more in stock now. Luckily, Nicaragua's opened up again, and we're waiting for a shipment sometime next week to refill on some of the Nicaragua. And we're bringing in the last 250 boxes of each size on the Trenta, which is the one with the beautiful collector's box. It looks like a piano finish humidor kind of look to it with a key and all. So make sure whoever hasn't tried those cigars, especially the Trenta with the keepsake box, highly recommend that you go to Anstead's and get yourself a box, because once we're done with those 250 of each size, we won't have any more. What we're going to do is we're going to continue to bring out the cigar. We actually ordered another like 250,000 sticks. What we're doing with that is we're going to put those cigars in a similar packaging box as the Nicaragua series, but with his own color scheme, obviously. Again, we know we're now in that phase of the company that we're concentrating less on boxes, more on cigars, because we smoke cigars, not boxes, right?
That's right.
Amen.
That's all. So we're just starting to feel a little bit of a pinch on getting product right now. How are things at Gurkha as far as, I mean, we're seeing it across the board. Not by any means, we're not low on cigars, but there's certain sizes, shapes, or brands across the board that we're just starting to struggle to get. How are you guys doing on production and supply?
Well, just spoke to Dominican Republic this morning. They're opening up. They're going full throttle on Monday. Only issue that we are having, like in Nicaragua, same thing. They're going at half of the staff because they have to put in the dividers, the 6 foot distancing. So, for example, Las Lavas, that makes all the cellar reserves and whatnot, except for the 12-year, they're going down from 50 pairs to 24 pairs, which is it's half. So that's going to slow down the production a little bit. But I did tell Luis that don't forget we did order 250,000 cigars from him. That's more than he sells in 2 years at his own brand.
Well, I'll tell you something. If I drop by the grocery store on the way home from work, it's usually 7 or 8 o'clock. And just out of curiosity, I always walk down the paper towel, toilet paper aisle, and it's still empty. It blows my mind. But
isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
So, before all this started, we heard possible factories closing. We kind of stocked up on a lot of inventory, which we carry a lot anyway. But this just kind of helped make sure we were in good shape. But it kind of brings me nightmares of back in the cigar boom when we had our cigar humidor, which literally looked a lot like the shelves of the toilet paper in the grocery stores. So I'm glad to see these factories are open back up. People really get set on a certain size, shape, or brand of a cigar. It's tough to be out. We hate it. They hate it. Yeah. I know you guys hate it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're concentrating strictly right now. We gave all the factories what we told them was priority and what sells, obviously, and mainly just so it doesn't get on the way. Just roll a lot of Robustos and Toros, which is our top 2 selling sizes anyway. Yep. So we're focusing on that. So the 60s might be a little bit of a slowdown, for a month or two until we get going at full throttle, I hope. But the Robusto Toro size are definitely something that we're focusing on again, across the board on the full line of Gurkhas.
Okay. Because I know you're all, Toro and Robustos. Of course, I think every year we kind of do an analytics of what we sell. And they're neck and neck. Is 660s and the 670s, does that take a little bit more time to roll those bigger cigars, Juan?
It's not even about that. It's the amount.
Does it take more time, or is it just?
It's a little more technical, but the amount of material as well. I prefer if for example, let's say we're on back order, throwing a number out there. We have 500 boxes of each on back order. I'd rather do 750 Robusto, 750 Toro, and then cut down to maybe do a couple hundred on the 60s. Because they sells at that clip. It's Robusto Toro. It's about maybe 80% of the sales. and then the other 20%, 40, and the other 20% comes to 60s. We're not big 60 guys anyways, as far as us here and in Gurkha. The big 60 that we sell for us is a Ghost, and we made sure that we told Abe Flores keep making those exorcists, because that we definitely need at all times. So we definitely loaded up before Dominican closed down. We put a big order in a few months prior without really knowing, just because we were getting ready for the TAA, PCA, and whatnot, especially TAA, because I know we sell a lot of the TAA. So that happened. This stuff happened. COVID-19 happened, and luckily we were able to get, before they closed down in DR, we were able to get a good chunk of the Ghost. So we have that in stock. Other than that, except for the stuff being made in Arganosa, on those two sizes especially, we're pretty much well stocked on most things, and our partners in the other Nicaraguan factory, American Caribbean, have been shipping us on a regular basis. I mean, they stopped working, but they, these guys are cute. These guys are crazy Cubans, so they started working a little earlier than everybody else, like 2 weeks ahead of time.
Nice.
But they were making cigars with 10 pairs, putting the cigars to age, but obviously they couldn't ship anything because the ports were closed. So now we're starting to get orders from them. We got an order from them last week on some of the Nicaraguan bags. We got some of the Havana Legends in. We went through all the back orders on that. We still got back orders on that brand. We got in some of the 12-year Platinum, which we went through some back orders on that, and obviously the 6-pack sampler bags, the red ones. We went through some back orders on that stuff as well, but we're out of that again. And so yeah, I mean, little by little, I think you're gonna see a little bit of a slowdown in the deliveries on certain sizes. I think it's gonna be industry wide, but I think within the next few months, everything should be back to par, because a lot of these guys, when you roll the cigar, if you're using aged tobacco anyway, you can roll them. If you have to close down, you keep them in those aging rooms. That's a good thing. That's only better for the cigar, as long as you had the vision of, hey, listen, we might be closed here for a month or two. Let's go full throttle, and even work over it. I know the guys at ACC were working, had their gallery working on Saturdays and Sundays for a few weekends before they went fully they had to stop. So that was the main reason we got some product from them.
So, gentlemen, I do have a really good question from one of our viewers today. I'm going to put it up on the screen there. It's from Kyle Mueller. Having worked at the U.S. Embassy in Nepal and learning about the Gurkha heritage and, of course, smoking his fair share of cigars, he has a question. In an industry dominated by Latin culture, what is the story behind the decision to name the company Gurkha?
All right, that's a great question. So, the company was founded. The Gurkha name, the soldiers, were actually founded, and the Gurkha tobacco merchants were founded in 1887. That's why a few years back we came out with that 125th, with 125 years of Gurkha soldiers being part of the British regime. So what happened was Kaizahan Sodia, the owner founder of the company, in 1989 was in Goa, India, and he runs into the small little literally a shack with two rollers, or Portuguese rollers, rolling cigars for this Nepalese guy that owned the brand. So Kaiza goes in there and buys the brand for $149, including inventory. so I must say that was a hell of an investment, because we're a few $1 million now as far as the company, a large few million, and so that was the main thing. He loved the history. He's a big history buff. He loved the history of the soldiers, of the Gurkha soldiers, because when you're from Nepal, and you're a male, you're either a Gurkha or a Sherpa. Either you're a badass fighter, or you're going up the Himalayas without oxygen. So that's the whole story behind why he named the company Gurkha. It was already there. He just purchased it. He loved it, and that's why you see. To answer, going back to the question, is that's why you see we concentrate a lot of our swag and what's not on a lot of armed forces stuff. The backpacks, the knives, all that good stuff. Not only that, we also donate on a yearly basis anywhere from 50 to 100,000 cigars to soldiers, wounded warriors, and stuff like that. And it's funny because every time I do events, and I'm sure you guys have heard it before, I know Cookie's heard it, that we got guys that, that fight in Afghanistan and whatnot. They come back, and there's always two brands that they call out that they remember the most of donating stuff, and them having a little getaway vacation for 35, 40 minutes, an hour, whatever it took to smoke a cigar. They always mention Gurkha and Drew Estate. I think we're two of the bigger ones that donate the most cigars in the industry.
Well, and it's funny because I was telling them before you came on, our customers, the exact same thing. Why we sell so many Gurkhas, that the first cigar a lot of our soldiers smoke is a Gurkha cigar because of how generous you guys are donating them. And the really positive sign behind that is they smoke the cigar and they like it. So they're coming back. So it shows that you guys are making a great product, and we thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Juan, I got another question. This one's from someone you might know, Will McFall.
Big Will. What's up, Big Papi?
Will wants to know where his personal box of ghosts are.
Wait, hey, tell him, unfortunately, we stopped making his size 7x7, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, Will. You missed out on that one.
Hope you're doing well, Will. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Hope you're staying safe. Hope the family's safe, and stay safe. But stay focused, my brother. I know you do a hell of a job for those guys out at Drew.
So, in case earlier viewers missed it, Steve was giving us a little bit of knowledge on the new Real. Can you give us anything else on there, Steve? The binder filler, the technical stuff that some of the cigar nerds really love.
I'm gonna let Juan give the technical stuff on the Real.
Yeah, I mean the Real for us. I mean, it's funny because we have obviously our president of the company is now Jim Colucci, and everybody knows that Jim comes from 45 years of Altadas, and they have this small little brand called Romeo. And they have a Real, so I always tell people I don't call it Real, we call it the Real. just in case I don't want my boys at Altadas to get upset at me. I know a few of those boys. So anyway, so what we wanted to do, so we do really well with the Royal Challenge. And Royal Challenge is made in Nicaragua. There you go. I was just smoking that cigar in another Zoom I was doing not too long ago. Again, that cigar came to be because we wanted something that we could make in DR, mild, creamy. It's more of a mild to medium, so it's got some flavor to it.
Right.
But it's not that airy kind of cigar. You got some flavor behind it. It's got some Nicaraguan in there as well, so that always helps it. The cigar itself, I mean, it's been a strong seller for us. I think where we went a little bit wrong on our end, my personal opinion. What the hell do I know? I've only been doing this for a few years, 24. I think that we started putting the Gurkha Royal Challenge against the Real because they're very similar in as far as the flavor I think with the Real being a little bit creamier than the Royal Challenge. And I also know that's Cookie's favorite cigar, the Royal Challenge in the morning. Because he makes me send them extra cardstock every month just for him to smoke.
I have to, man.
So I know that's what he enjoys every morning at 7 in the morning with his coffee and his reflux of bourbon from the night before. I think it's a mixture.
right before he begins yoga. So I got a picture of the box of Real here. Sorry, Steve and Wayne, I'm going to cover you up, but this is a beautiful white box that they come in, and these cigars look with a beautiful golden color. The golden band helps to reflect that image that this is a incredible wrapper and the smooth, earthy taste. In my opinion, I like this a lot.
I agree with you 100% on that. And again, it's been a pretty good seller for us. And again, it goes back to if you a lot of guys remember the old Gurkha, when I say old Gurkha, I mean like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, when all that beauty beast, all that stuff at $20, $25. Yes, at the end of the day, it sold well, for a few years, and then you what people don't realize, like Wayne's been at it for forever, and I've been at it for 24. This industry's changed a lot. The consumer's a lot more educated than they were 15, 16 years ago. They got more information. They become, friends with some of these manufacturers. Guys like, Carlitos, Lito, these guys that go out, Rocky, myself, that we go out and do events or befriend these guys and give them a lot of knowledge. And I think that's changed the game in the industry. But our main goal was, to make sure that although we were selling, high end stuff back in those days, what Kaiser likes to call the Rolls Royce and whatnot. What got the company to where it's at right now here in the last 7-8 years has been making some really good GMC trucks, some really good Mercedes, some really nice BMWs, and where people could afford it. Where you can go out and spend $7 to $11 and still enjoy a really great cigar instead of having to spend $25-$30. So I think that's what we changed our mentality, and we changed our direction a little bit. And if you notice, any new release that we have tops out at anywhere from $11 to $12. Because we know that, once you start adding tobacco tax in different states, you price yourself out of the humidor. So, we need to always be conscious of what the consumer and the retailer, our retail partners, are willing to put into the humidors, because the humidors doesn't get any bigger. Is the companies keep bringing out brands. And we always got, we got to be very cautious on what we bring out. And not only that, I mean, stuff like the Real, which is pretty new, but like the San Miguel that I'm smoking here is a predicate brand that we came out with probably sometime about 2002-3, and it didn't do well for him. But since it was a predicate brand, we said, listen, we got our Ganosa on our side now. These guys are making great cigars for us. Let's make let's go 3 for 3 because we can. And that's why we gave him the project on the San Miguel that I'm very excited about. And if anything does happen moving forward with the whole FDA, our portfolio has we already got approved for over 42 brands, 46 brands. So I think we're pretty safe. And most of the ones that are approved are stuff that's selling on the shelves right now. So we're prepared.
I've got a question for you, Juan, and just out of my own curiosity, what led you guys down the road to begin working with Aganorsa Leaf, especially for the 2 new brands, the Trienta and the Nicaragua? What led you in that direction?
A few things. We've always known that. Listen, in Nicaragua, I think the main reason is I have to give it to Jim Colucci. He has a great relationship with the guys that are Arganos, with Eduardo Fernandez, and rest in peace, Ramos, Chino Ramos, the ex-blender and roller, and a great man, personal friend. So that helped us a lot to be able to get in there, pick some of their choice tobacco. And I personally feel in Nicaragua right now, tobacco-wise, I mean, you're always going to have the Plasencias, the Olivas. You're going to have, the Garcias that do great work, the guys at AJ Fernandez. But we felt the Arganosa and that Jalapa and that flavor that Jalapa gives. And it's just the sweetness, the earthiness that cigar that those tobaccos have. And they're the best at it, I feel. And so does Jim.
Uh-oh. We lost you for a second there, Juan.
Yeah, here we go. You hear me?
Yeah, now we got you.
We're good?
Yeah, you must
so
have.
for us, it was an easy transition. Yeah, dude, listen, I got 10 cookies calling me on a regular basis all day, every day. so yeah.
That can't be good. 10 cookies, man.
That was one of them. I got white cookie. I got chocolate chip cookie. I got all kinds of cookies. They're all calling me at all times. I call them all cookie now. But anyway, so for us, it was a no-brainer, especially with the relationship that Jim has with Eduardo Fernandez. And if you guys don't know, obviously, Sindicato is also part of our portfolio. Yeah. And I know Wayne has a huge selection of Sindicato as one of the partners. And if you guys haven't had that cigar, I know it's a Gurkha Herf and all, but it's still part of the umbrella of the portfolio. Highly, highly recommend the Particulares and the Cubico. Is one of my personal favorites. It's a great smoke.
We love the Particulares and the Cubico and that Sindicato Maduro. With the Crown Corojo from Jalapa. That's a very nice.
That's a good one too. I love their Maduro. I like that Maduro a lot. Yeah. Brings out a lot of sweetness for me on that Maduro. So okay. All right. So yeah, now they're sending me texts. I don't know
all they gotta do is watch this video and they'll learn everything they need to learn today. That's all they gotta do.
Yes.
Tell them to tune in.
It's probably, and it's funny because Cookie knows when they know like not to call me with stupid questions. I go, you want a stupid question? Ask Cookie. He knows how I use it. Pretty much he knows that. No, really, I go, Cookie's my captain. So I go, I'm busy doing other things, man. You know, I got things to handle here that you guys don't understand that I need to handle, because at the end of the day, you know, we got to keep making money and do what we need to do and make sure we got cigars in here. And then they call Cookie all the time, and then Cookie calls me. I go, damn, dude, really?
Well,
But I would have
got a
had
great
them
solution.
call me.
You tell them to call Cookie, then Cookie will call us. Then we'll wait 3 days. Then we'll call you, Juan.
There you go. There you go.
All right, we'll make it happen. Another thing we like to do when these shows happen, we like to ask people a few trivia questions, and then reward them with something. We'll ask them a question. They've got a couple days to make a comment, to come back, do their homework. You know, they can come back later and comment on Facebook or YouTube, and then we draw names live on some raffle tickets that we award to the correct answers. Can you think of anything really good, Juan, that as a trivia question for our Gurkha fans out there in the internet TV land?
Okay, you know, it's funny because when I do my Zoom, which I love for you guys in
Yeah.
the TV land, whoever's listening, we have our Zoom tonight at 8 o'clock. We normally have it on Saturdays. We're doing that now on Wednesdays, knowing the fact that people are opening up and whatnot, and people want to start going out with their families on, out to the restaurants on the weekends. So tonight at 8 o'clock, go into the Gurkha Facebook, get your number thing, whatever that, all that coding that they do. I don't know. I'm anti-computer guy. I'm a cigar guy. And go in there and we do. So what I do is every time we talk about something, I get the hint, and then I ask the question. We give a prize away, and we give about 4 prizes for the hour and a half. So I get a quick question: in what year was the Gurkha brand established in the United States of America?
I'm gonna guess 1957.
Not even close.
Probably wrong.
No. I mentioned it already. That's why
You
I always ask what I mentioned. So
I like to keep our listeners and viewers on their toes. And that's a good question. We did mention it, so now we got to go back and rewatch the show and pick up on that. And we got to give them something great that they should have in there as a reward for answering this question right. And we'll pick a couple of names. So what do you think we should give them, Steve?
Let's see. I've got a couple of ashtrays on me. I don't have them with me, but they're in the car.
Okay, that could be good. We'll do that. It won't be the first 2 correct answers. We're going to assign every correct answer a raffle ticket. Then Wayne and I will draw those names next week, Monday or Tuesday morning, live on Facebook. Be sure to tune in. Tell all your friends, and we'll do that. Wayne, what else you got for us, Wayne? Give us some.
Just want to go back to that. We're getting ready to open up. I mean, Saturday we can open the lounge and the bar again. So the lounge will be open at 10. We're going to still hold our 10 to 8 hours for just the time being, so we can restaff up our bar. But we're excited about that. It's finally coming along. Our girls are excited to start coming back into work. And like I said, there's going to be limitations. I think we're at 50% capacity, but luckily this is a big place, so we can get a lot of folks in here. We got in weather permitting patio, but doesn't look like this weekend is going to be too promising weather. So we look forward to everybody coming out and understand there's going to be some limitations, like 2 hours per group if we get really busy, so that we get a chance to kind of rotate everybody, an opportunity to come in and enjoy the place, enjoy their friends again, and come back and have a good time with us. We can sit down and enjoy visiting as well. So
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
And you're serving alcohol as normal? No.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's going to be just like it was before. With the restriction is 50% capacity, social distancing. So we're going to pull out some tables and some chairs so that pretty much you won't be moving seats around or anything. So people sit where they're at and we'll be good. We'll be good.
So I have a question for your viewers. It might be, because I'm just asking. I'm thinking as a consumer now, because I'm actually, after this, not tonight but tomorrow, Miami starts to open up like that, and the cigar bars as well. And I got a few calls already. Hey, Juan, let's go hang out, because I always pick up the tab. So my question is, and the viewers might want to know, if I have a party of 6 guys, can we call ahead for a certain 2-hour time period?
Good question.
We actually are having a staff meeting, Tom, myself, and our bar gals right after this video event here. And that's one of the things we were going to discuss. I think 6 is the maximum in a group that's allowed to the health department. But it's a good comment, good thought that we can actually do. Yeah, that's a whole new thing to start thinking about. But that's a good thought.
Yeah, just because, and the reason I tell you is because I did it. One of the cigar bars that I frequent down in Miami, here in Miami. I'm meeting my, you keep your good friends in one hand kind of thing. My boys that we smoke every Thursday, usually for 2-3 hours. They're doing the same thing as you are doing. To 6 people maximum, with a 2-hour time limit, which is more than enough. That cuts my bill in at least half.
Yeah.
On the alcohol side.
Yeah.
But because I always bring Sam to the beach.
Yeah.
but I don't bring the water or the alcohol. I pay for that.
Yes.
But anyway, so yeah, they allow reservations if you call a day prior. So yeah, 2-hour limit, maximum 6 people, and yes, so yeah, that's why I asked.
Okay, good question. It's a good topic. We'll discuss it here shortly. So customers can reach out to us and see what we come up with as far as a plan. So,
well, yeah, we could probably take reservations. We'll just give them Juan's phone number so our phone won't ring as much. It's already ringing.
My phone's always ringing, man.
It's always ringing here. What are you open? Are you open? Are you open? I'm like, yeah, we're open, but no, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah, but you know what, man? We're just happy that I mean, I don't know if you guys have had anybody that's had the issue with the COVID-19 or not. But I personally haven't really met anybody yet. I'm just glad that we get back to a little bit of normalcy. Being normal, back to the guys hanging out, going to their favorite. I like to call when you go into a cigar bar. To me, is it's for a lot of guys, it's not just getting away from the wife, especially after 2 months hanging out with her. It's also more it's back to being normal. So back to the everyday thing that you used to do before this happened. So I think it's definitely a plus. And I think, listen, nothing's going to be the same like it was before for a while, but we got to start somewhere. And I think that 6 people, 2 hours is a hell of a start. And I think a lot of guys are going to be happy. So I've been asked the question, how do you feel about when this thing all passes? I think there's going to be a lot of new cigar smokers. I truly believe that. I think there's a lot of people that dabbled into cigars because they were sitting at home and they probably ran into a Zoom or one of these chats and they got turned on by it. They ordered a cigar, or they went curbside for a cigar, and now they're hooked up. And once they start going to a place like Anstead's, that's the premier place in North Carolina, it's a beautiful spot. They're gonna love it because they're gonna get to make some new cigar friends, get educated by the not only just the owners and the staff, but guys like Cookie that goes in there, the representatives, guys like myself that will visit once every year or two. And I think it's going to be a plus for everybody.
That's it. I think so. We actually have a planning ahead, hoping the governor was going to give us this opportunity. We have a sporting clay event coming up June the 4th. And, of course, Cookie's going to be taking part in that with us as well. I'm really excited. The sporting event is sold out, but we're having a multi-vendor event that afternoon. So June 4th, anybody's listening that didn't get in on the shoot, we're going to have all of our vendors set up in the lounge, all social distance away, and we're coming up with a plan to keep everything safe and sound. So we're inviting everybody to come out, talk to Cookie face to face, 6 foot away, of course. And I think it's a great opportunity to talk to the different vendors. I mean, this is the first time ever where I think we're going to have 15 vendors in the shop. So it's going to be exciting times coming up. We're ready to reopen and get back to normal.
Exciting is definitely one way to describe it. I think for us, it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
We're going to have our hands full, Wayne, but we love it. I can't wait for it. I know everyone is excited to get back. Queen Hen Johnson there, Facebook. She's going to be very happy to be here visiting us, and she's,
I swear.
She's ready to get away from the grandkids.
Yeah.
Juan, you still having technical trouble, Juan?
One call after the next. Now I can't hear you. I don't know if you could hear me, but yeah, I don't see me on screen, but if you hear my voice, it's 2 back-to-back calls, and now I'm trying to get back in, and I can't.
Okay.
I can hear you or see my.
I'll pop them out and pop them back in and see if that fixes the situation. Maybe you can hear us, but if you drop in and drop out, but we'll end it here. That's a couple of cell phones and social medias. Maybe he'll pop back in. All right. So we got a busy month coming up. I think after that, Wayne and I got to take 2 months off to get our COVID break.
Yeah.
We're just gonna wander around wearing masks everywhere, like we're afraid to touch anything.
Because things are changing. Just so everybody knows, things are changing and evolving here. So reach out to our Facebook page. That's where we're going to have everything mostly, as well as emails. Of course, feel free to call Juan. You can call us here if you have any questions.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, back-to-back phone calls. Like I said, it doesn't stop. I have the best job in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, things are evolving and changing. So, call ahead. One thing at Anstead is we never back down on our hours. Whenever we expand, we stick to it. So we're going to cautiously expand our hours to where hopefully we'll be back to midnight again. We'll see. We'll just see how people want to come out.
It's going to be a good time. Everyone.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah, I just am starting to travel a little bit. And today, getting everything in the car and loaded up, it just seems so surreal to be doing something and going from place. And I'll actually be staying in a hotel tonight for the first time since March.
I got terrible reception. Holy moly.
Wow. Terrible reception. It's all right, Juan.
Now I hear you guys again a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, Wayne, I could barely hear you. I could hear Tom pretty good. And Cookie, I really don't want to hear that much because I talk to him every day. But
you know what it is? Is Cookie sitting there with his hand? He's dialing your phone over and over and over again.
No, that's what normally happens. I know what was crazy is that you'll call me for a question, and then 3 hours later he'll call me for the same question. I go, I just answered that three hours ago. He goes, "Oh man, my bad. I got something else, but I forgot." And then he calls me again. Yeah, but it's okay. I'm used to it now. He's been with me 8 years now, so here we go.
Hey, well, we appreciate what you guys do for the cigar business. We love your product. We like being partners with you guys. Looking forward to our event with Steve coming up.
I cannot hear Wayne whatsoever.
No, he's just saying how much he appreciates Gurkha and how much the support, and we love the cigars and everything you guys do for the cigar industry.
Well, thank you, Wayne. And we appreciate you, appreciate the family. I know you guys have been at it for a long time, and I know you give us, not only do you give us, great exposure, us being, one of your what I like to call your retail partner, because you truly are. You carry, a ton of facings, and Cookie. By the way, I heard about the clay pigeon thing that you guys are doing. I just signed off on it. Your cigars, and a little bit of a few gift items are on the way for the raffle. And I threw in, I think, a cutter for all the guys as well. So everybody's getting a Gurkha cutter as well with a cigar.
Oh, thank you, Juan. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's going out today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, we ran a little long today, so I think we might wrap it up. Juan, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us a little history of Gurkha and some of the interesting things, and a new cigar to come eventually. Is that right?
Yes, the new San Miguel will be coming soon because, I get in trouble all the time for doing this. and then what happens, my marketing girls are like, you see, people watch your stuff, and then I got Half Wheel, Cigar Aficionado calling me that Juan was talking about a new cigar. That why didn't you tell us first? I really don't care. I really frankly don't care. But really, these guys in the magazines, man, they want to be the TMZs. They want to breaking stories first. So I cannot get into it. I can tell you Arganosa's making it. I can tell you it's a great smoke so far. I can tell you it's going to be a medium to full body cigar from what I'm tasting, and I'm really, really excited about it. I've seen the packaging already. It's simple, it's elegant, and it's actually going to be, I think, another home run for us from the guys at Arganosa.
Well, if it's going to be a home run for Gurkha, then it should be a home run for Anstead. So we'll do the national long tour. What do you think?
Amen to that. Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
100%.
All right. Well, thank you again, Juan, Steve, Wayne. This has been a good time. Sorry about the technical difficulties, Juan.
No worries, my friend. We figured it out.
We'll have Steve call you and walk you through it.
All you guys stay safe. Keep smoking cigars. Go have some cocktails over at Anstead's. Smoke some cigars. And thank you to all the first responders for doing their job. We appreciate you. And all of you guys stay safe as well. And we'll see you guys soon. Much love.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.